Everybody, and welcome back once again to the channel. Today, if you read the thumbnail, I'm touching on something of a sad topic, but not altogether sad. I like to think of this video as a celebration, really, because today we are talking about a console whose time is sadly up. At least if you live in Europe or the UK. And the console I am referring to is the Nintendo Switch. Now, I don't know how many of you hardcore gamers have even bothered with the Switch, but I've actually had one for years, and in more recent times I've decided to go back on it and play some of the exclusives, so you know, like Metroid Prime, Donkey Kong, that sort of thing. And I was going through, like, you know, weekly gaming news that I usually do, because what I do in the morning is I usually get up, have breakfast, and at the same time doing that, I scroll through my phone at like weekly gaming news. So you know, like I read Xbox, I read that Xbox website where I got my news from there, and yeah, I also sometimes just read general gaming websites. I mean, and when I was going through one, I came across this. I came across an article which said Nintendo has revealed that from mid-February 2027 onwards, Nintendo Switch, Switch Lite and Switch OLED will cease production. Now honestly guys, for a 9-year-old device, I wasn't what you could call shocked, because at the end of the day the Switch is a mobile device running on PS3 level graphics. It's never really been that easy for third-party publishers to support anyway, but just hearing about this is just kind of sad. But strangely enough, this piece of news doesn't really have anything to do with developers themselves. It's more to do with well, actually, it's actually due to new European legislation, because apparently, due to some new EU law requiring batteries in consumer appliances to be easily removable, Nintendo has decided that rather than continuing to support the Switch 1 in Europe, they're just going to pull the plug on it, because it's going to be easier for them to do that than to completely redesign a 9-year-old system just to give it a replaceable battery. Not gonna lie, I am sad, because for some reason, although the UK isn't part of the EU, for some reason we are still subjugated to some of their laws and that sort of crap. So it means that if you live in the UK, the Switch 1 as of next year will also cease production. Now, I am sad about this. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am sad. Nintendo's never been my main platform. I mean, when I was like a little kid, my first system was actually the Nintendo DS, and my first game on that was WALL-E. The old Disney WALL-E game. That was it's pretty good. I mean, okay, maybe not now, but back then I actually really enjoyed it. And would I ever play that again? Yes, I would, because it was the first game I ever played. So yeah. Yeah, I'm an Xbox gamer, guys. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I played around on the Nintendo DS for a little while when I was a kid, but then I moved on to PlayStation, and I was with them for the longest time. I mean, I didn't swap from being a PlayStation gamer until last year. See, because my PS3, though it still works, it's not really. I couldn't play any modern games on that as of last year. Support had long since dried up. I wanted something new, well, newish. But due to the price of modern day consoles, I couldn't just go out and buy a PS5. Come on, guys, it's nearly 600 quid at this point. So I thought I'd ask my mum for a PS4. No, I didn't get a PS4. I ended up with an Xbox One somehow. Which, not gonna lie, guys, I got an autistic mind. I don't like change, I don't like news. So I was like, woohoo, okay, I don't want an Xbox One. I was kind of freaked out by it. But you know what? In the end, I actually warmed up to it. And make a long story short, I'm on Series X now. And yeah, I love Xbox. I'm an Xbox gamer. But the point I'm trying to make is, despite the fact that I'm an Xbox gamer, I am really going to miss the Switch. Because I do have a Switch. I've had this one. I've had one for like, oh my god, I've had one for nearly 6 years at this point. Because I got mine during like the 2020, during the COVID Christmas, and I've actually really enjoyed playing on it over the years. I mean, the first game I ever played on Nintendo Switch was actually Crysis Remastered. Brilliant game, by the way, guys. Maybe not the best on Switch, but I really wanted to play the original Crysis, and it was, at the time, it was my only way of playing it, because I was still trapped on PS3 at that point. And honestly, the graphics of the Switch pushed by that game, they aren't disappointing. I mean, seriously, they're damn near Xbox One graphics. Obviously, the Xbox One version of Crysis looks better, but Switch for a little handheld device or hybrid, that was actually pretty good. And the last Switch game I got was actually this past Christmas. I got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team for the Switch, and I actually did a complete playthrough of that a couple months ago, and I actually really enjoyed it. Although I can't figure out how to evolve my my Machoke. So if anyone, Machop, or one of those normal type fighting Pokemon guys, look him up. If anyone can figure out how to evolve him, please let me know in the comments, because I am stuck. But yeah, the whole point of this rant is the Switch One is dying, if not dead, in Europe as of next year. And yeah, I'm sad, because that little device has given a lot of joy to a lot of people. I mean, through exclusives like Metroid Prime, Donkey Kong, Pokemon, games that honestly are basically the only reason to own a Nintendo. Because yeah, Nintendo have got some good third-party games. Granted, they charge too much for them, by a lot. And yes, I'm going to say it because it's true. But yeah, it's a decent console, and I'm actually quite glad. And another thing I'm quite glad about Nintendo is I'm glad they included Metroid Prime 4 on the original hardware, because yeah, I've wanted so long to play Metroid Prime 4. And granted, I haven't played it yet, but I haven't got a Switch 2, and I don't intend to get one. So I am grateful that I can still play the new Metroid game on existing hardware, rather than Nintendo's next gen. I mean, my sister's got a Switch 2, and I've got a friend who got a Switch 2, and apparently it's really good. And from what I've seen, I can agree with that. I just don't really want a Switch 2 yet. To be honest with you, I'm walking back on the idea of getting a Steam Deck, because I don't really want one. I'm pretty happy with my Xbox Series X. Yeah, people might be shocked by that, but honestly, I am just happy with it. Got a Switch, Series X, I'm happy. Actually, as of yesterday, I hooked my Switch back up to my TV, and I am pretty happy playing Metroid Prime. I mean, graphics of Metroid Prime is amazing, and that's on a Nintendo console. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you going to be sad to see the Switch One die? At least if you live in Europe or the UK. I mean, are you going to be sad it's going? Because I know I am. I mean, maybe, as I said, it's not surprising considering it's a nearly decade-old device, but many people seem to forget it's actually the world's best-selling console. Might not be advertised, but yeah. PlayStation may have put up their sales figures for whatever from 155 million to 160 million on the PS2, but I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry for any PlayStation fanboys out there, but those numbers are fabricated, okay? The Switch outsold the PS2 probably at least a year ago at this point. Sorry, but it did. And yeah, the world's best-selling console, the Switch. Powerful portable device. Well, actually no, it's not a powerful portable device, it's actually pretty weak in today's standards, but back when it first came out, or rather back when I first played on it, I thought, whoa, I got PS3 level graphics in the palm of my hand. I was like, wow. The only reason I didn't use my Switch as a main system at that point was because I just preferred my PS3 because of well, honestly because of the music application. The PS3 can play music, the Switch can't. It's stupid, I know, but yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this issue, because honestly, I am really going to miss the Switch when support dries up for it and the games stop. I don't think games are stopping for it quite yet, but it's just a foregone conclusion at this point that they will stop soon, because it's a 10-year-old device, guys. I am really going to miss it, but time marches on, I guess. And for what it's worth, I don't think the Switch 2 is that bad. In fact, I think if anything, it's a good system. But am I personally going to buy it? Certainly not in the near future. But let me know you guys' thoughts on this, because I'd like to know. Alright, peace guys, see you in the next video.